Hello, my friends. Today is 11/11, and it is quite an interesting portal of energy for those who follow astrological phenomena and just the energetics of what is happening on a collective level for humanity at this time. And so, when I sat down today to channel and to dip into what energies are present, I got an overwhelming message for the daughters of this world from the divine feminine, or she who is formless, nameless, and eternal, right? So when we talk about the great creatrix, we talk about the unknown darkness, the abyss, the chasm of creation. There is an aspect of that that is calling to the daughters of this world. Many of you, like myself, feel a connection to priestess work, to the temples, to the histories of witches who were burned for one reason or another, women who were murdered just for having too much knowledge, or who stood to be a threat against the patriarchy. Many of you are walking the path of Mary Magdalene and other priestess paths, the Isis path and the Lilith path, and things like this. And we're seeing an increase and a resurgence of the divine feminine during this particular time in history, because it's a direct reaction to the overwhelming pressure that the patriarchy and the not healthy masculine has been placing on this world for a very, very long time. And so the message that is being channeled today in particular is she wants us to know, as her daughters, that we need to stop doubting ourselves. It is time for us to stand in our power. It is time for us to own our gifts and to embody them and to bring them into this world. We need to stop playing small. We need to stop shrinking due to fear or anxiety or some sort of fear based programming around not being enough or being too much, not having anything valuable to say or not having anything valuable to contribute, because all of those things are not true. If you were to deeply sit and deeply sink into the darkest, most inner parts of yourself and your soul and your heart and your being, you will feel the thrumming heartbeat of her. You will feel her. She is undeniable. And she's coming to us in our dreams, and she's coming to us in every other way that we could possibly think about. So if, think about the ways that nature is reacting to our presence on this planet right now, the temperature shifts, the storms, the polar vortexes, the volcanoes, the earthquakes, all of it. She's sick of our bullshit. And I'm just saying this because, for myself, I had the same problem for a long time. I suppressed my own gifts. I shrank to fit in other people's boxes. I, worked to fit myself into what I thought was a job and a career and a family and everything that I was supposed to do right in order to succeed in this world. And in the end, all it did was force me to face the unfortunate fact that, none of those boxes fit me, not a single one of them. And the more those boxes fell apart, the more those patterns fell apart, and they were no longer supporting me in the ways that I needed them. I had to get very, very honest with myself about what it is I came here to do. And this is it. It is to be the voice of reckoning, the voice of awakening for every single feminine on this planet who is doubting her power, who is doubting her purpose, who is doubting why she came here in the first place. And, everyone's life can look different. You could be married, you could have children, you can have a job that you may love. Those things are all well and good because they play into the greater lessons that we are here to learn. But underneath all of that is this message of it is not in our best interests as a species anymore for women to doubt ourselves and to make ourselves small. And what I don't mean by that is I don't mean we are on some strange man-hating streak and all of this, right? I think there is purpose in living in union. I think there is purpose in the give and take, the great dance of being. between the masculine and the feminine. I think there is room for compromise, there is room for dialogue, but what there is no longer room for is for us to be the martyrs of our species, for us to just continue to take and take and take and take and just eat our suffering and eat our anger and eat our fury and eat our grief in order to just not rock the boat or not rock the apple cart, not cause a problem, not be the angry woman trope, right? There is enough anger to go around. And every single one of us deserves to have the room to express our emotions in healthy ways. And what it's doing is slowly killing us. And so the message for today is women of this world, femmes of this world, stop playing small, stop shrinking to be something that you're not, and get in touch with the deep well of knowledge that lives within you, within all of us. And know that women as a collective process things collectively. Our nervous systems, our bodies, our entire state of being is a web that is deeply connected to so many things. That is why we're overwhelmed, because we're connected to all of the things that are draining us. But if we reprogrammed ourselves and rerouted into those things that would be life affirming for us, nature, healthy relationships, a healthy quality and a healthy quality relationship with food and with the things that we put in our bodies, healthy ways to move our bodies, healthy ways to be in relationships, then you would start to see a vast difference in the way that communities around the world are able to function, because we are the ones that hold those things together. We have historically been the hearth and the home and the keepers of the heart, whatever that metaphorically represents. And there is a purpose in keeping us drained, overly anxious, overly fearful, and just burned out, because then the system can continue to function in ways that it has always continued to function. And it is time for us to stop playing the game of the system. So, rise up, my sisters. Be who you are meant to be. Live the life you were meant to live. Much love.